turn on my computer. I don't like looking at this. Oh, hey. All right. Good late morning, everyone. Michael Venezia, head trader at Tradeview Markets. One of those days where, oh, no, that's not good. They're giving a little bit back. Okay. Coach said it yesterday with the, oh, let's look at this. You know what? We could actually a new amenity at TradeGATEHub. As before I sign in and give my my segue, we could look at the most active list today. So hopefully you can do both like I can and listen and concentrate. Okay, it's one of those days. Actually, Coach called it with Apple. I'll sign in because I have a duty to stick to the routine. There's always know the trade, but getting down to fundamentals is most important. So focus, Mike V. Here we go. Signing into TradeGATEHub just like everybody else. And what I will do is I'll cover up my whole screen so all these blinking lights and noises and everything doesn't distract me. And I can focus on TGH. Okay, watch yesterday's video, okay? It was one of the better videos. Not how anything might have come to fruition, but how we handled the plan. The market lately has been a little bit more cerebral, if for lack of a better term, if that makes any sense. Meaning, aside from the TLT, if you will, stocks are doing basically what they should have been doing. There's been normal follow through on weakness of stocks, consumer staples like a Bristol Myers is not a consumer staples, obviously, but a Campbell Soup, a Kellogg. You know, Bristol Myers is breaking year low. General Motors isn't looking good. Alex had sent another list into TGH, but go to yesterday's video and watch what Coach and I talked about. Coach already got 80 views. That's incredible. Coach and I got 271 views. Let's see if anybody complained or commented.
Hello, traders.
Hold on.
It's Tuesday.
Okay, we got a lot of likes and nobody commented on me or my language. So that's positive. All right, next, let's go back and watch that video. So this being the second trading day of the week, Monday being off, Tuesday was yesterday, obviously the first day of the week. And go back and look at some of the things I posted from yesterday, because obviously the first day of the week, it's almost like a dynamic situation. All that data that I put out at the beginning of the week doesn't just stop after that trading day, unless there's a real major binary event, at which point you should be in TGH and knowing that the event occurred happened anyway, and all the information that I posted would be obsolete. Therefore, that's a rare occurrence. Get into TGH on the first day of the week, and all the most of the data that I put in is quality over quantity, dynamic. I want the information charts to be dynamic. Coach and I are on every day to adjust, but get to looking what was going on, including sector sentiment going in. But blah blah blah. Let's lead into today. By the way, great communication for everybody. H is getting in there. I know when a TJ went. Paul, what happened to Vori? What happened to him? Everybody has a plan until he gets punched in the face. You know what? Stick in there. That's why Paul's the pro he is. Seriously, fact. Okay, great flow, guys. GTLB stock and the hot stock. Power made breaking year loans. WBA. I did not short that. So there are a lot of big boomer stocks or Generation Z stocks, like I'm a Generation Z guy. I'm actually a Generation Xer. What am I talking about? These are them. But you know what? As I led before, they're giving a little bit of on my Twitter feed. I hope you do follow. I don't follow many. And I'm not saying everybody I follow is over 50 or 40 years old. But there's rumblings that, you know, these are some signs, and it's, you know what, maybe the signs were today, as Apple's, I believe, was down $4 or $5, 2%. Coach called that as well. Although the China stocks are up as well, so there was a battle there. But always something to go to. When the VIX was a little suppressed, it was up in the morning, gave it back. I don't know where it is now because I told you I'm not looking at my quotes on my screen, but I'm going to continue with the routine. Mike V. LU Roku. Okay. I'll have to write that down because I want to get it and talk about that on the list. Okay, that popped today as much as I believe 12%. I shorted, made a little bit of money. Next, LUV had numbers. Square was a dog. It got downgraded. It was like down $1.50. Next thing I knew, it was up like $2. But there's always. I hope I was talking in the right camera. Yeah, I was. Or the right. Am I getting yelled at from anyone here? TradeGATEHub. Hold on a second. Let's go here. Not the right camera. I had it on the right screen, or else that would have been a shame because that was a hell of a segue. All right, it was right. Okay, so let's make sure. I got all these screens. Less is better. I have 3 screens. Everybody should know my layout, but they're these wide things. So I feel like I'm in like a semicircle of a cockpit. That's why I go like this. I've been thinking about going up and down, but I'm vertically challenged. I'm not that tall, and I don't want to be able to, looking up, and I like going that way. So if you see me flying all around the place, I got 3 screens, 3 of those curved screens. I'm almost feel like I'm in it. It's cool. It's engulfing. It's empowering, especially when you know what you're doing. All right, next. Okay. Lewis, way to go. Lewis has been silent but deadly lately. He's LUV, LI down again, AMC. Paul posts every day at a high level, but the bottom line is this. He keeps posting. I'm done for the day. Good trading all. Avoid stupid errors. Get some pips, amigos. That's it. He had a plan. Maybe he didn't think there was enough to be taken more to be taken out of the market. Maybe he had something to do. Whatever it may be, you have to have a plan in order to adjust. I mean, if you just walk outside naked every day, you go like this, and I go, oh my, you got to have a shirt on, and you could adjust from there. What I'm saying is, knowing yourself, there's always another trade. There's always something to do. I preach all the time. Preach is the word. That you're not going to be, the last thing you have to worry about is what's moving, lack of instruments, or what to do trading those instruments. But knowing yourself is the best thing. Keep going. Overstock had a Bed Bath and Beyond update. It was down 20%. No, you know what? I had some Wayfair short. They're both internet retailers, if you will. I got a little. No, you know what? I didn't get a bit lucky. The Wayfair was a little bit of stretch for trade. I was a little bit early, covered it. Next, J&J was another. So, point being here is TIG and FUT work. Look at all these stocks that I post. I want. Last thing I'm going to say is the 7 that led the way up are down today. So this is the point being. Some say I'm fast and furious. What are there, 8,000, 10,000 stocks out there, equities? Pardon me, I might have punched up 20, 30, 40. If I'm too fast and furious, I can't really say I apologize. But if I'm putting here, if I punch up a symbol, not all work are in play, but you should at least pay attention. I did say that the Weight Watcher had a flag going on hour again, and it started to take a lot of calls with the Jesus feed. Comcast and Disney, so they're selling some winners and buying the dog. Penn had some calls. SE is up 6%. Why is SE up 6%? Let's go here. Let's go to my news page. SE, news ticker. SE. Why you up? Okay, they're banning TikTok. Is that all the news there is? I don't know about that. I might not be happy with that answer. SE, we'll go to Twitter. I don't follow many people, so I should have the answer right away. That's it, Indonesia fan. They were right. So there's my answer on Twitter. Okay, that's how I find news, at least in a simple manner, if you will. There's my man, Coach. Not even done with my view. I could run amok now and say the market's going to 1,000, even though we do have David Hunter on tomorrow. One of our, it is the guest we get, the guest we have the most views on. So David Hunter will be on tomorrow. Check that out with Coach. It's a must see. I'm very, he wasn't. I'm not saying it was that parabolic, but he wasn't. I don't want to say far off. It's worth watching the follow up with this. But my point being is, and Helene also my reply. Thank you. Is it Coach? I could run amok, but Coach has enough faith in me, even with my trading as well. What I'm going to say is professional for him to go on a limb and already retweet his 40,000 viewers of what I'm going to say. I appreciate the confidence, Coach. Next, what's going on with the wise guys today? TradeGATEHub. Any questions? No. You know what we could look at? We don't need to look. Let's look at the stock screen. Let's look what's moving right now. Okay, New York Stock Exchange stocks. What's down the most? SPGI, OC. How am I not in this? Oh, that's not. ON was the other one. SPB, Cube, IGT. You know what? The LVS was weak yesterday. Let's look at how about top US losers today? All right. We punch up the change. Verb was the biggest winner yesterday, by the way. You look at Verb. So this is a beautiful amenity we have at TradeGATEHub. You could mute me. You don't even have to watch me or Coach. just go on and chart and do your charts here. You want to see what's the top news or market movers. Let's go to market movers. Okay, another all with the majors, commodities, euros, crypto, market movers. Look at this, an economic calendar. It's TradingView. Bravo with the TradingView. I think Chavez pointed to that. This is good. This is, you know what? With the videos we pull up with top news, the top news bar, global headlines, forex, stocks, education, our webinars. What are the indices doing on the day? Forget about what we're doing. Here are all the indices. Let's go with the indices that are down or mostly up on the day right here. All across the world, including corn, including yields, including energy. The Yahoo Finance, I'm not saying that's the barometer either, but it took, that was for a while, is secondary to this one right here. How's the Shanghai doing? Up a little bit. That's why the China stocks. If you want to go back to the trading room, how you doing? You go right back to the trading room, and here we are. Apple, China discouraging iPhone use. I saw that. You know what? I believe I even like that on my. I didn't get a chance to poach too much information this morning. SC, good call on. This guy's a good trader. I like this guy. Good dude. Good trader. Likes. I did post the Apple. Coach Dale, horrible execution. How about this? The world will be close. The world will be as close to running out of sugar as possible next season. So I got to load up. I got to buy about 100 pounds of gummy bears and just hoard them away. Now I got to Google how to keep gummy bears fresh. But that's what I think about when I think they're going to hoard sugar. Okay. Is a volatility squeeze coming? The lows of the VIX combined with seasonality. Yes, it's an obvious trade. Well, hold on. It's an obvious call. We're all looking at it. Doesn't mean it can't come to fruition. It just means it might be coming a little bit later than expected. It's just when everybody gives up on it. This is another thing interesting. JP Morgan, there's not a high likelihood of a crisis over the next 6 to 12 months. The severity which could be higher than market anticipate. I'm not going to lie to you. But I've heard, I'm not playing it that way. I'm mixed. I've heard the same thing. I am long the VIX. My biggest loser in the fund, by the way, being long the VIX, but I don't think so for long. All right. Remember this is another major point that I wanted to make, getting back to what I said in TradeGATEHub and looking at a little bit more of a macro situation in the market. This is the market right there. Conagra Foods. This is going back. You know what? These are your lows. Campbell Soup, General Mills, Heinz, Kellogg. You know what? Kellogg is down April to 23, 10%. You know what? When I grew up 20 years ago, if Kellogg was down 10% in a month, IBM would be down 30% in a month. It's incredible these stocks make these Hershey's. There's going to be a sugar shortage, so why not? Cocoa prices go up. Hershey's got to charge more, and then Hershey's goes down. What are you going to do? Happens. Thanks again, Coach. Another thing, a couple of things I want to look at. Let's look what the wise guys are doing. Insider activity. This guy's a good trader too. Matter of fact, he's one of the better chief market technicians. Brian Shannon, no question about it. Good guy. I'm not afraid to point him out. We all have a good opinion. There's plenty of information for all of us. Insider buying. Nerdy. I saw that yesterday. PI. Garmin. Is it even public anymore? Schlumberger. This guy's selling out of a big winner. Good for him. I hope you have a nice life. What's going on here? Somebody's beeping me. Hold on. All right. ADT participant can't look at a hurricane map, but thinking Trump used a Sharpie. Okay. Irrelevant. We'll go to wise guys. That's most important. Boom. Okay, let's go back. What time? Go to bottom to 11:20 Eastern. Let's go back. We don't have to go back that far. Nicola, doesn't matter. Weight Watchers taking some more. That's WW. Taking some more action, coming into needs a little bit of a rest. Last time it pulled an 8er. It pulled back to 960. Probably pulls back 960. Do the math. You want it to pull back. Boom. Boom. You want to pull back to about 1040, 1025. I like it. Weight Watchers. Pen. I said it before. My job is to communicate. Pen. Last thing I posted coming up here. Penn, and that was 20 minutes ago. I don't know where it is, but still. Okay, what else are we doing? Penn, Bud Light, I posted. Bill Gates, the VIX is ripping. Newmont ripping. Took calls. All right. A bullish activity is put selling. There are a handful of names seeing some out of the money call writings. JWin bullish, not interested. But they'll go to January and JWin. All right. You know what? I got a JWin January. All right. I used to buy all my shoes there. January's enough time. I don't really like the retailers. Everyone's absolutely imploding. $148,000 bet. I'm not impressed I could do that, to be honest. Roku, Insiders, Spy bearish, KView, Soxel puts. Soxel, they're bearish. They're bearish. Let's look what's moving now. And they'll leave you off. How about stock percent losers? 15 minutes. Penn, going the other way. VFS, breaking the TIGR, gave it all back. Percent gainers in 15 minutes. How about me one? Asan, I'm in that. IONQ went negative. That got lower. Laser, Planeteer with some decent volume off the bottom. Asan, what did we tell you? Asan, ladies and gentlemen, what was the low? 1840. Now it's 1920. I was up on Asan all morning, trading it all the time at the 200-day. Do your own charting. But Asan was a stock that news. The CEO just keep loading into this thing. This guy's averaging down. He's putting his whole freaking life in this thing. Asan, where's Asan? Pardon me. Asan, the 200-day. Asan stamp 1880. I did buy it at 1880. It's 1920, but I'm going against the grain. I did buy more Asan at 1872, 1880-ish. Stamp. I guess bought more. What did I say? Bought more Asan. Budweiser. Shorting read Asan. I have it. Trust me. Apple discouraging. It is discouraging, coach. What are they doing now? Good article. Elon Musk. The ADL has lost its way. All right. Twist has those buyers. Thin stock. Solid lift off the 435. The market's coming back a little bit. Are we? 445 was the strike price. This freaking guy's telling. Shopify coming back nicely. NTNX coming back nicely. VRT. We have that. Here's my main screen. Share screen. Where are we? Apple down 5. The low. Am I sharing this properly? I apologize. I'll leave it here. Apple. The low is what? 183.50. TTT. Nvidia. Nevada. Roblox. Baba gave it back up. This is the one. Look at these charts. LVS. Better chart today was my Gilead. This was Gilead. This was my better short. Gilead. I took it short. I actually held it well. If you flip that chart on, if you reverse that chart, you flipped it, reversed it with that volume, I wouldn't even have to look at it. I'd be playing 9 holes. Some of them work, some of them don't work. This should have worked. How about Caesars? I like that short. That worked. What else? How about the Kellogg? Bristol Myers. Now, here's Bristol Myers hitting a year low. Another amenity we give you at TradeGATEHub is this is not pat on the back, but it's starting to be a cerebral market. So thankfully, they give some of the smart guys a chance. I posted yesterday before the close. Actually, I believe it might pass close. Bristol Myers. This was yesterday, 20 hours. Something's up here. And why not? Flip the chart over again. But you can look at every other one. It's not like it did it alone. Merck actually holds up the best until today. That was a reversion. I thought about it. That was a good short too. How about Pfizer? Another one. All the talk. Myrna was ripping. Myrna had a nice bounce. All these vaccine stocks, Pfizer, year to date, year low. And you know what? This is Pfizer. This is Mark. These are in people's 401. These are, you know what? Speaking about boomers, these are in boomers 401ks. Pfizer. Trust me. Unless anybody got political and didn't like the Pfizer shot, but regardless, all of the ones, the healthcares are getting hit hard. Humana, UNH, but that's not really it. You know what I mean? Let's look at ABBV, the best of breed. My Europe, look at that. I avoided taking a position now. I love this company, ABBV. I love the symbol. Gilead, same thing. Teva. So you get the picture. Europe not doing that well. This GSK was taking a ton of calls, but you know what? It looks like it's the wrong type of call, so note that one. So I'll leave it here. Anybody other got questions? I'm just getting started, actually, just heating up, but I got to leave it a little bit shorter. All right, the earnings play. Tag action, earnings play. Let's go to earnings play. Let's go to earnings play. So it has earnings tonight for potential tags alongs. Boom. Oh, AI, Path, GameStop, American Eagle. Ooh, this is sexy. AI and Path. GameStop sold it. I sold a bunch of it and I took the loss, but I could have actually gotten out of it here. Here's my GameStop. I liked it. AMC finished well AMC was, look at this AMC yesterday. AMC closed okay. GameStop closed very well yesterday. See that? The movie, both the 8-day and the 10-day and the 21-day were curling up. And if you know, they did that back, it's almost like that the coach calls that the flips back and forth. But I thought I had it, especially when they were all the retailers were weak yesterday. So I came in, I sold it in 1902. Kept buying it back, sold it on the low. You know what? If it comes out with earnings tonight, I just don't think it's the type of market where they squeeze, although Express squeezed today. Oh, that came back down. Though that negates my Express was 11. So GameStop, bottom line is I sold it. I didn't want the headache. I didn't want one of these smaller positions that turn into big losers, which happened. So AI, Path, GameStop, CHPT, Kramer Peaches pushes the CHPT every single day, this charge point. And I hope it goes up here because I got a lot of this QS, this CHPT earnings. What else has earnings? AEO, American Outfitters. When you just look at A&F, you're not going to worry about anything. Look at A&F. Oh, my God. See that A&F, Lewis? We covered it down here. It's really buying the dip, but now it might be. Hopefully, it's the freaking 5 drive because this thing's getting insane. Coming into AEO. AEO, you know what? This is even though A&F looks like, you know, if you want to try to call it top, it's the daily and the weekly. AEO and the weekly looks like it has a little bit more down. That probably might be, if you want to play a lotto, that might be the one, AEO. Yeah, still not. That's a lesson that coach taught me. Hope I'm right on that one, coach. AEO, Couchbase, Sprinkler, Yext, VRNT in the morning. Count Ferry, DBI, not interested. DocuSign later, Ralph. Restoration Hardware. You don't want to be wrong in Restoration Hardware. I'll tell you that one. Stock sitting at 376. Where is it? RH. Warren Buffet. He's still in this thing? Let's do some research. Restoration Hardware. Let's look at the other guy, William Sonoma. Same charts. Overstock's not going to help it. Where's my Wayfair? There's my lines. I hit them. A line drawer now. I draw lines. All right, we'll leave it there, guys, unless there's any questions. You see the earnings. If I did go too fast and too furious, the second best amenity we have at TradeGATEHub, besides it being free, is the red YouTube button. So if you want to just go play back my video, boom, play it back. Go right here. You pause it. You want to see my universe, pause it on the screen. I always post it, what I look at. I'll leave it at there. Don't let your trades turn into positions. It's getting a little thinner out there. My P&L is getting a little bit more jumpier than it should. I can handle it, but I noticed that the jumps they're not that smooth as well as the VIX actually goes up a little bit. So beware. You know what I mean? Get your prices. I say this cliche all the time. Don't be the guy. Don't be the piker that walks into be a big shot that walks into a BMW dealership and pays $80,000 for something that's $70,000. Believe me, it's a piker move. Don't pay up. I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in, Paul. If you're there, have a pint, and we'll see you after lunch. I'm always here. Cheers.